background on me so you can get a feel for where we're going to go. I'm a Western Pennsylvania guy, born and raised in Erie. Went to Mercyhurst College, Fort Bluff High School in Northwestern PA. Always lived in Western PA. Have had several job engagements over the last 20 years, primarily doing economic development, community development. My economic development career started in Somerset, where I worked for the agency for 10 years, building industrial parks, working with small businesses, merchants, whoever, to provide economic development on a countywide basis. Left there, went to Meadville, Crawford County, up toward my hometown, and was there for about a year and a half. I ran the loans division there for that agency, and then from there I went to Junior College in Huntington. Yeah, if you're familiar with that, about 45 minutes south of Penn State. I was there. I ran their entrepreneurship program for 4.5 years, working with students. They also have an incubator program, Incubator, that we operated. It was an old elementary school. So a lot of experience in working again with small businesses. I left there. During that stint, I was also the chief operating officer of the county's economic development agency, since I've done it so many times before, so which was a management agreement. But then folks here in Latrobe hired me away, so here I am. I really am looking forward to continued success. I've been here three months, and the success in meeting people, success in network, success in seeing what's going on here. And this meeting is a start of that situation. I mean, we've done holly jolly and some things I'll speak of tonight, but I really want to hear more from you, and I want to see support or feel support from you as to what you want to have happen here. And more open discussion than me talking. So, but that's the feedback on me. The LCRP board decided that they wanted a person that had more of an economic development background, a little bit of real estate, that kind of stuff, as opposed to some Main Street managers who are primarily promotions-based oriented, that kind of stuff. So I come at this a little bit different angle. They thought that was a good thing, and I hope you'll make this thing moving forward. So take a couple minutes to go through LCRP. And instead of giving nauseating detail, does everyone have at least a base idea of what LCRP is, what we do? Everybody good? Okay. Then I won't beat you over the head with that kind of stuff. You get the picture from that standpoint. Obviously, to make downtown a better and more vibrant place in many different ways, through design, organization, promotion, economic restructuring, safety, the types of things we need to do to keep the city and get the city puffed up, clean, and for more people who want to come here, patronize your businesses, make investments in the downtown. That's one thing College is doing. Facade projects, probably losing hard. You've seen a lot of what we've done, with Shores, Home Center, those just beautiful projects, which it's nice to look at, and it'll be nicer when I get a little bit of my time on some of these things. Looking forward to that. Beautification projects, one we'll be talking about with it, concerning dimensions of cans. A gentleman who's not here, I think he's coming, Jared Trunzo, who works for the city. I believe most of you know Jared. He's done such a great job in bringing the volunteers and coordinating those things. And I much enjoyed working with him and what he's done from the city side on that piece of it. So the organization side, I mean, the group that brings together and builds the board, does those types of things that are necessary to keep you legal when we're doing this type of work. Our promotion, these were published in the paper, but I thought I'd touch upon them again. This one grew out of the promotions committee. It was an idea to do something during a time of year where we have nothing going on. And having everything else is sort of a rerun, I hate to use that word, but it is, of what we've done before. We're looking at different ways of bringing people into town. And we can talk during our open discussion later about the effect of that. Some of you see some of you may not see it. And if you're not, then we need to identify ways of enhancing these or coming up with maybe not so extravagant promotions, but things that maybe occur on a monthly basis. So I'm very much all ears on that. We want to determine what we need to do. Of course, the Steelers Fest was new last year, and that's an interesting relationship from what I've been told. The Steelers organization is very controlling as to what they do, and I think we blame them for that, because that name is gold, literally. But we want to see if we can bring some alignment there this year. We may fold hot fun in the summertime to the Steelers. That's sort of pending right now. There's some things we have to work through on that. So again, during open discussion, hopefully we'll hear some thoughts that you have on enhancing these and how to bring those individuals downtown and keep them down here, keep them more aware of what's going on. Restructuring committee, probably the boring committee of the group, not because people are boring, but because you're crafting the data and the justification for pursuing a Main Street program, but it's necessary. The Main Street funders out of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania require that you have such a committee. And you do need that. You need to track the metrics, where you're going, what you're doing, what's effective, what's not. That's very important. This side of it, I see Jared came in. Hi, Jared. Hey. Hope you're feeling it. Anyhow, some of the other projects, I mean, some of these are beautification projects. We're focusing this college trail is something we've been working on to provide that corridor to hopefully start to bring some students into the downtown. I mean, this is certainly not at all inclusive, but there's a lot of different things we need to be cognizant of that we can make a difference in doing stuff. Operational support, you might have caught this in the newspaper over the last few years, but the foundations have been just terrific in supporting this agency and providing a match. The Commonwealth will provide generally 50% of the match, but you have to find it on a local basis, cash match, to be able to compensate your director and any staff that you can hire, you have the capacity to do. My little concern at the bottom is very much a concern. I mean, to be able to continue this type of work, we have to have the ability to sustain it. And something that the board is concerned with as we look forward. We're entering the 5th year of our award, and the Commonwealth generally does what they call an exit grant. They will pass approximately $60,000 to you and wish you best of luck kind of thing. So, of which has to be matched by support monies from there and other non-state sources. So, something that we're thinking about definitely. We may look at taking a little bit more of a chamber direction. I mean, that's a lot. There's a lot of different ways. Promotions like the pizza and beer promotion we're doing will be a bit of a fundraiser. We have to look at those types of things to raise funds to continue to exist. So, of course, the foundations. Some of these other groups have been supporting us with project grants. Lincoln Highway Heritage Corridor provided a $5,000 grant that matched McFeely Rogers money that did the Lloyd Avenue project, which Jared was the project manager on. Did such a spectacular job for dressing up the gateways as you come into the community. And that well was 320 feet of pervious concrete. It was a start with the trees that are necessary to provide the greenery and provide the stormwater runoff absorption, allowing the soil to allowing the water to pass through the pervious to get into the soil. So, Port Pittsburgh also has been supportive of us. We're doing a base mapping project for the Latrobe to St. Vincent Trail. And when you start to plan these things, you have to take into account all of the transportation corridors and topography and all of that. And we'll likely hire a group to, or a consultant to help us do those types of things. So, Community Foundation wants to help counties help us in several ways also. And of course, World Volunteers. That's really where it's at. And as we had a promotions committee meeting this morning, as we found out, what do we need? A lot of people do this stuff. I said, yeah, we do. But the agency's been lucky so far. In fact, it's had that. Now I get to start off for a few minutes, and Gary Schmidt from Pango is going to speak to you a little bit about something that they have cooking that may be of interest to you to help induce use of Pango, build upon the convenience, and hopefully act as an attraction to people into your facilities. So, and if you want to do that, I'll share mine down and go over to
start. Okay, so
It's a free vacation for someone who raises his hand.
Tango is
On
a...
parking passes.
Sorry?
When you work in the city here, a lot of us buy the parking pass, that's why if I use the parking pass, that's why we're in.
Or you're in and out in 15 minutes, so you carry quarters of the
That was a good excuse, the parking passes. Anyhow, that's the problem that we solved, and that's where you recorder, look at it. Okay?
That's not good.
I don't have a smartphone, to be honest.
You don't need a smartphone.
Okay.
You'll see. But we're solving that problem. That's why we exist, and that's our mission. And actually, we solve it for both the parkers who suffer the pain of paying with coins, or you don't have any payment option with credit card in the city, but mainly coins. But for the administration, it's even a bigger problem because they don't really know what happens on street. So we provide a combined solution for both the parkers, by means of convenience, and to the municipality. So it's an evolutionary process. In the city here, we have single space meters. In some other cities, you might find, like Pittsburgh, multi-space meters, but we provide the next stage. The next stage is a non-device meter, which means that you don't see any physical device. All is done through the cell phone. I mean, you pay through the cell phone, you charge through the cell phone, you see all the activity through the cell phone. Let's see how it works, and then I explain how it works.
But first, a quick stop to grab a cup of coffee. Jane has joined 500,000 others and has registered with Pango. This time, when Jane finds parking, she simply uses her Pango mobile application to pay as she walks away. Coffee in hand, she receives a pleasing SMS that informs her that a parking inspector has checked her car and found she's registered with Pango. Happy with the Pango parking solution, Jane goes off to pick up the kids. No coins, no meters, no tickets, no frustration. Just park and pay as you walk away. Pango offers a perfect solution to both municipalities and their residents. Municipalities enjoy a cost-effective parking solution. No need for street meters or money collectors, and residents are much more inclined to pay for short-term parking. Pango records millions of parking transactions each month because people can simply park and pay as they walk away. Pango.
So, Pango works not only for smartphones, for any cell phone, because you may either dial to the system, text to the system, or use a smartphone. Of course, with a smartphone, it's the most convenient way to do it. But also, by calling and texting to the system, it's easy enough. That's how it looked like worldwide. We started in Israel, then migrated to Europe, and arrived to the US in 2012. Actually, Latrobe is our US debut, and since then we have operated. But, and that's the reason I'm here, on above of these solutions, we have a layer of location-based advertising, which means that if a parker parks in a specific parking spot, we're providing specific targeted marketing coupons or validation codes according to the zone where the parker parks. And that's how you, as the merchants, benefit. Some about our activity in Latrobe. We launched our system here in June. We in the city received very nice coverage in the media because it's a very innovative approach, and thanks to the city manager that understood it, the coverage was very nice. That's how it looks like around the city, and I believe that most of you, if not all of you, know it. You can identify the zone number through the street signs or the stickers. You probably saw these advertising either on the Latrobe Bulletin or other papers in the area, and we are very focused on social media. That's how we get to the people to know us. That's how it looks like since the beginning. Look what happens in January. It's ramping up. People are aware of Pango, most of them, and more of them are getting to use Pango. Of course, the people that have passes won't use the system so much. So it's very convenient for the parkers. So So many parkers will use Pango along the year, and I believe that by the end of the year 2014, more than 50% of the parkers, non-pass parkers in the city, probably will use the Pango system. So why we're here? We are here to discuss with you the location-based advertising. We believe that it's a great opportunity for merchants to attract customers to make their activities with these merchants. We have two types of location-based advertising. First is coupons, which means that we show a specific coupon for a specific zone. And by that coupons, you as merchants can increase your brand recognition and awareness, which is very important, mainly for people who are not living in the city but are coming to the city to get services. And of course, to engage with the partners. That's your capability to engage with the partner because you don't know them today. And it's very, very low cost targeted marketing. You don't have to advertise on the newspaper or on the radio, which is a non-targeted market. The other channel is parking validation, which means that if we have restaurant owners here and a person gets a lunch, the restaurant will validate the parking, and by that attract more people to dine in the restaurant. How to join the system? It's very simple. Every merchant has to sign up to Pango with a business account, which means that there is no direct transaction by checks or any other payment. It's all through the cloud. And as you have the business account, we can charge the credit card according to the charge and everything. The way it works, there are two ways to work with us. Either transaction fee model, which means that on every coupon that is viewed by a customer, we get a couple of cents, because it's not about the money, we're about the massive. We want many people to see many coupons, okay? Or the other option, that on every validation code we get several cents. And again, we're not looking for the funds, we want to start a business. So if there are merchants that are ready to join the system, we are ready to start for free, just to check it and see how it works, okay? Now I want to show you how it really works on the system. Assume that that's a smartphone, okay? It's a little bigger because I want you to see. So you activate the parking app, okay? The Pango app. You have that on-street icon, and now we will park in Latrobe in zone 7013, and I hit the start parking button. See? Oh, sorry, just a minute. My internet connection is gone. I'm disconnected. Just a second.
While Danny's getting his technology back in, something to think about with the inflow of students that'll be coming in with WCCC. They're going to be more acclimated to our technology. Not to say that we don't have any young people here, but that may be something to think about as to a good tie-in for as being a merchant and using the system, because if we can have those students downtown here using the system and then being drawn to your place of business, that would be a benefit. So
My place of business is 45 and up. That's a problem. They don't want this. It's like this happened when they were trying to park. They want to.
Is that 65
They
or
want to have
it's not paying?
That's what I mean. It's not enough.
Okay, we're good.
They're deadly. They're not going to chili.
Let's continue. So I will park in the floor in zone 7013, start parking. You see that meter? You get that virtual meter on your screen that shows you that you just started parking in that specific zone. And then as a parker, you will get that validation button, you see it? If you go and visit with a merchant that provides you that validation code, you hit that button as a parker, again, enter the validation code, and the parking is validated, which means that as a parker, you're not paying for the parking, but the merchant pays for your parking. But you're still parking, okay, in that spot. Now the merchant may limit the validation for half an hour, for 1 hour, so on and so forth, and then the validation will be for a limited time for the parking. The other option is to go to the coupons button, and here they will see a specific coupon that is associated with that zone. And here I just put the Southwest restaurant, just as an example. And if you, I mean, we're not participating yet, just. And then you get the specific promotion. It might be 1+1, free beverages, so on and so forth. And specific coupon for that zone. Only for the parkers in that zone that can use it. By that, customer that parks in specific zone will be steered to merchants that are incorporated within the system. Questions about how the system works and how it benefits merchants? Okay. So these are the benefits that you get from merchants, mainly attracted to new customers and new students that are not aware of the current merchants, and you get very nice exposure for very low cost. That's our website, www.myhandle.com. You see the sign in here. Here. You can sign up to the system, a business account. It's very easy, and start using our merchant system. That's it. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
I'll make sure to get you information on this merchants who have an interest in following. Thank you. When you're the first to do something, it's always difficult. city a location for people who want to come downtown and shop. I mean, I understand a lot of you are niche in what you do. You're very specific in the service or product that you offer. So people are driven to come downtown, which is good. Now, how can we enhance that? But to correct what they may perceive as a problem downtown, which may actually be a problem, or may be simply a perceived problem, we need to know what those things are. So that's why I want to open this up for those who are willing to share what those issues you're hearing about in your shop. As to, we ought to do this, we ought to do that. Yes, sir.
Meters in the garage.
Okay.
Patients come down and they right next to the building. They drive through, can't find meters. Now they have to go up on insurance.
I don't know. Public Works Director here, I don't know if you wish to respond to that. I don't even know how many meters would be in the garage. Do we have an idea for that? Or?
Yes. Currently, there are 106 meters in the parking garage. They're all 9-hour meters. We're in the process right now putting more 2-hour meters in. Eventually here, our goal is to have every space in the parking garage metered, except for the 20 reserve spaces that are currently there, the premium parking space. And the goal is anybody that has a permit will be able to park at any one of the 9-hour meters that is going to be in the parking garage. That's what we're striving at right now.
Two things. On the super pass, which is even more expensive, what was the logic behind making it to a 9-hour meter instead of just a meter off street?
To utilize the parking garage.
Okay, but for the amount of money that is spent for a super pass, you think that's justified?
That I don't know.
Well, then
I mean,
I don't know your position. What's your
I'm
position?
Director of Public Works. I'm instructed by council and the city manager and the parking authority.
$75 a month to encourage people to park one place? That's a complaint, we can take it back.
Okay.
The other thing is there a state law that mandates how many handicap spaces we have in that garage? I go in and out every day, and I've seen 4 or 5 cars max whenever I've been in there.
I'm glad you brought that up. A lot of people have that question. Yes, we are mandated by the state to have that many handicap parking in there. Currently, right now, our elevator is not in operation. It's been completely redone. We're having problems getting an emergency phone line in. But once that elevator is opened on the other floors, we are going to take some of those handicap and put them next to the elevator on the other floors. So eventually where you see 10, sir, there might be 2 or 3 right there. And then the rest will be sporadic on the other floors near the elevator. But yes, we had to get them. And what we did, the reason being because they are a handicap space, is we tried to get them closest to the street that we could, Spring Street and Bell Street. But once again, that's temporary.
So that's what you're essentially, they're not able to use a space close enough to the ground floor.
We just indexed them so they could be used, and we had to
Your patrons
by
are able
law
to get to, but
Now,
now
we're
around
around
some
some
space, the fact that they can go too
on
far.
each floor near the elevator.
Wow,
not
it's
sitting in one
operation
operation.
in the trauma room.
Okay.
And even a young person who said, oh great, it's open, I can go ahead and I can plan my day, I know I can get something, the garage is open, I know it's stated to be, parking, for certificates, a lot. So I think we need to open it up and realize that, and that will get opened up when you start taking some of those handicap spaces, to different floors, and you have more meters in.
Yeah. Did you have something to add, Jerry?
Yeah, nothing that specifically that, so the promotion. I want to introduce, somebody. This is Javon. He came in for an interview today for an internship, and he had to come to this, and as a result, he got the job. Javon is a senior. You can tell me where you're from.
My name is Javon Johnson. I'm originally from the Bronx, New York. I live in Scranton right now, or in the area. senior marketing major. This is my second, or this is going to be my last semester for graduating in May. I play sports. I play football for St. Louis College, and that's what pretty much me. Thank you.
Hey, good job, yeah. It's a 6 hour on the job.
And be aware, we're being much more civil because you're here.
So on the marketing note, really, with what we're trying to do in the city is marry our efforts to revitalization. We're trying to do something really unique that isn't always done in other cities. We can really have city management work hand in hand for revitalization. To that end, like your needs, you're entrepreneurs, you're busy. If you have thoughts, we've given volunteers. I've offered our interns in the past to run things to help make flyers, to do things that are conducive to what marketing research is showing, what people are responding to it. Now it's all his responsibility, but give City Hall a call, give Nick a call. If you guys have needs, and we can offer some free labor for some of your marketing efforts. He came in recently. He showed up at the art center. He was like, "Wow, I've never been down in here. This is amazing." So it's a matter of students seeing that. And I think turning toward WCCC, it's going to be easier to see because they're going to be right here. So.
Does anyone else have any thoughts on the town? I mean, what sort of comments do you, beyond the park, I mean, we can go back there if we feel necessary to do that, but is there, the appearance of the town?
To me, actually, here's mine. I've been here for 7 years. My thing is, I just bought the business in May. The other owners, I manage the business. Okay, yes, the art center is wonderful. Okay. Here's wonderful. You look around here, it's wonderful. To me, if you walk down that street, it's not. Because everything, to me, all the efforts have been put out to the people that are in this building. To me, it hasn't been to our business, it's been to all around this building. We put in for the money to upgrade our facade. 2 years ago, we wrote the letters, we did everything, we got nothing. Mr. Okenap's the one who told me to do it. I wrote the letters, Paul and Brogno wrote back, we had the money to do it. Now that the old owners are gone, there's no longer money to do it. They were willing to do it. We didn't do anything, nothing. But this whole block was done. It looks beautiful. Down here, we don't. If I want to have lunch down at the fountain, I don't want to, because of the people that are down there. Now they're taking over the benches here. Yes, it's back. I mean, it's back. And our lease is up in May, and I'm saying right now, I don't know if we can stay because we can't enjoy our town. We can't, and it's bad. We were like, I'm telling you, this building's beautiful. Art center, yes, it's gorgeous. Dollar General looks beautiful. Red Style Shop looks beautiful. We're out. That's it. I mean, I'm angry. I am angry.
Limits of where the
We were let
revitalization
go.
stops.
You were in our gym.
Sometimes
Yeah,
it's more arbitrary.
Yeah, I'm mad.
What business do you?
Latrobe Athletic Club.
Is that really to you?
Well, I can speak
We
to
did
that.
that.
About the
It's a
facade
wonderful
too.
gym. It's a wonderful gym.
It's a large gym, it would actually be.
Yeah, we
a
have
nice
no
thing
money
for
now.
the
We had it
community.
in because there was other owners. I just bought it in May. I have the money. So to put in for the grant, I can't do it. Before they did, but we were let go because everything around here was done. Yeah, this block's beautiful. But down here, it's awful.
I was not here, obviously,
I know you
during
weren't.
the
I
time
know you
period,
weren't.
yeah.
And when you came in, I know I blasted
But
you.
if there's
I'm
something
angry.
that we can
I'm
discover,
angry. I'm mad.
yeah, if there's something we can discover from
You know.
something that happened to you, that paper didn't get pushed the right direction, we didn't talk to the right people, I want to correct
But
that.
there's no money now.
But yeah, the match money
So,
went away. and
Yeah, it's
that's-
gone. I
yeah.
mean, we can't.
Yeah.
And the parking just last month, I mean, like I said, my people are 45, most of the people, 45 and up, they don't understand the Pango. I lost 5 people this last month because of the parking, because they saw in the paper, rates are gonna go up. They left. They went to any.
There's so many gyms with free parking.
Yes, they left. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm going month to month. That's what we're doing. So there might be another business gone. I don't want to.
In that case, you're gonna have a vacant building.
Yeah,
It's
I
gonna
mean,
be
a big
vacant,
vacant
it's gonna be
building. It's
another
pretty
large
large.
eyesore.
You know, and I want to upgrade the look, but we have no money.
You are aware that you the city leases those spaces. You could reserve the spaces directly in front of the property. But I know it goes back
I
to
mean,
the
we
neighborhood
have
leases.
one, we just
I
got it,
understand.
you know, I mean, there is, you know, and that's what's been
And maybe we can work on the promotion side.
What zones, in what zone are you in right now?
Right here.
You're down to Jefferson, right here on Main.
And what is the time limit for this parking?
usually 9 to 5.
Is it 2 hours?
Yeah.
Oh,
2
yeah,
hours
yeah,
is
it's
pretty
fine.
nice.
I figured it was 2 hours.
There's 4, well, actually now there's 6 for the 9-hour parking, but they're all taken up by the ladies that work in the bank mostly.
But you can
I'm trying to do it.
but you can really use Panda as your benefit. We can discuss it
Our
later.
people don't understand
No.
that. Like when you
I can
were out
explain
there,
how.
I'm totally
So what you'd almost have to do is you go to a seminar,
I read it
6
through.
nights in a row to get all the different people to understand.
They don't want to do it.
I mean, I'm not trying to be rude, but
I understand, but it's a one-time training. I mean,
And
if
most
it's
of
training.
the fitness centers outside of this town,
Mhm.
they have people, it's taken out of their account automatically. This is Latrobe, we don't want to do that. So for you to have Pango and it taken out of their account, they don't want to do it.
But,
I mean, this is
but
Latrobe.
take,
and I
take
know
my
it
word,
is.
if you, for instance, validate the parking, they will park only there.
They don't
You
want to
agree?
do it. I'm not telling you, they don't want to do it. They just don't. They don't. And
We're
that's why they don't.
willing to, like I wanted to ask before, I'm just gonna take a brief second. Whomever is here enjoying walk-in clients, I don't know like what type of merchants are sitting here in the room, but we would love to work with you to try to enhance your business if there is a way for us to help you from the Panda perspective. Because it seems like it's circling back to parking or business development. We would love to help you. So I don't know if anybody wants to stay after and speak with us, more than happy to do that.
I just think, I don't think anything, there's going to be nothing that's going to, revitalize this community until until the police do
Yes.
something about that park that was always a beautiful park, still is a beautiful park to look at when those
Crackheads.
derelicts aren't inhabiting it. Just this past all day long, every day that was a nice day in the warm weather, if it wasn't too cold, this past, I've never seen it. We've been in business 34 years coming up this year, and I have never seen it like it was this past year. Now, where I'm at, on the corner of Thompson and Jefferson, where we've been for 34 years, that area has gone downhill so much within the last 5 years, it's just unbelievable. And that's one of the reasons that we're considering possibly moving. Because I'm terrified that if we wait too long, we're going to lose business. People are going to be afraid to come down. We have a good business. That's why we've been here this long. Love this town. But in the last 10 years, I've seen a lot of changes, and not really good. The last 5 years, it has gone downhill so fast. There is stuff going on that I don't understand. That's right across from the police station. I don't know how that, everybody knows it's
It's always been in Latrobe. I had a business in Latrobe, right on Ligonier Street, 15 years ago. And I was there for 16 years. And what I see coming back into Latrobe, just last year, opening businesses up again, the drugs are just moving.
It's all around. It's not just in that part.
And
The
down here,
houses that are rented,
growing.
there's a lot of houses that are rentals around me.
There used to be one section that would have been where to go for, or where the kids live.
I can throw in some thoughts to.
But I bought a place to rehab for apartments. I had 3 units in a building. Out of the 3 units, heroin and needles fell out of 2 units. I've looked at other buildings to buy, and I've been told by current and by possible tenants, I won't live in this area or this area because of drugs, because of that. Now, I can honestly say, anytime I had a problem at my property, Latrobe police were there within minutes.
Oh, yeah, I'm not, that's not the issue. But the issue is definitely is, and they know because I've talked to them. I don't understand. It's going on. Everybody else can see it down there.
I don't know why
We see
they
it
can't
every
address it.
day, and they don't, there's nothing happening. That park, like I said, every day, everybody knows that. It's she spoke to it, I happen to know people that own the newsstand, I hope know some other, they all know it. And they literally see what's going on because they're right across from it. They can see, I mean, all day long. I don't understand how they let, you know, and until that gets taken care of, all this to me is for nothing. I mean,
to
it's
make
not
areas
gonna
safe and comfortable.
well, people, I mean, you know, the comments my customers are making, gee, you know, what's going on? I mean, they can see it, you know.
Yeah, you put the pretty benches up, but I saw them sitting there on the pretty benches.
Well, that's what I'm
You know,
saying, you know,
it's
if we
just-
make it safe,
Yeah, it's.
and I don't know how to do it, because as I said, any problems I had, Latrobe police were on the spot. But yet, they didn't arrest,
But apparently
when
there's
the
not
people
enough
were
presence
drunk.
to deter that kind of behavior.
Oh,
I
they
had-
wouldn't haul
I had-
away the drunk person that was a tenant.
I had a merchant mention to me cameras. What's a thought of that?
Cameras.
Put
Surveillance cameras.
in certain locations, you think that
Well,
would be
how,
true?
but they're probably crossing the police station. If that doesn't deter them,
What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do with the cameras, just put them
But-
up and then not arrest off of them?
Well,
no, I say just get them out of there. I mean, there's gotta be some
Well, there's a
law
lady,
about lawyer and
there's a
something.
new manager of the one building, by the newsstand. She's there's a new manager of that building, and came and talked to me last month and said that eventually they're gonna be out of there. Most of those people will be out of there.
she visited us too.
Yes, I
Because they are
know.
out of it.
We're already
That
working.
because what happened, I had the
Where are
towels.
they gonna move
You know,
to?
we
Just
have
somewhere
the
else?
people's shower towels that we wash there. Somebody stole all the shower towels from the laundromat, so I said, I'm gonna go to the cops. And so they looked on the cameras and saw who did it. So I had to go down to one of those buildings and pregnant girl, give me the towels back. But she said, we're gonna get rid of them, but I don't
The
know.
problem is this, I had 3 vacant units, and it took me over $6,000 to get rid of the 3 tenants to clean that building out after I bought it. And I still have a vacant unit.
There's too much,
They
too
just
much,
moved 3
where
blocks away.
people were landlords to these buildings. They don't
Absentee
necessarily, they don't live in the community,
They
or, you know, they
Or
don't
they're
live in the
just for the
community,
money.
and they don't care about it.
Okay.
And because that might, where I'm at actually, I mean, you know where I'm at, right across the street,
You got some,
there were, up until when they died, which is now a few years ago, it's been about 3 or 4 years.
3.
Beautiful, nice, everything all well kept. And one of the nicest apartments ever, I mean, looks like,
And they're
I mean,
and it's
it's
nothing
bad.
filled with drugs, stolen property.
All right.
I would make a couple, I mean, these are like, who can argue against wanting to have a safer town? I mean, I'm a father, 2 little ones, you know what I mean? And the different towns I live in, that's a serious thing that
Well, that's what I'm
it has to
trying
be
to
right,
say.
yeah, absolutely, there's no, I think there's anyone in here that disagrees with any of that. I just want to give a little, I guess, personal note to that point, you know? I've lived in Italy, Williamsport, most recently in Tennessee, where there's a hub of even more serious drugs.
Right.
And my neighbor, lived in Philadelphia for a while, and then in another area, Pittsburgh as well. I've learned that through the craziness of parking and drug, it's not always unique to this town. What drove me, to move back were some of the things that I didn't find in any of those other places. That I didn't even find in Williamsport, which is sort of a staple development. State is like, I saw some of the strengths some of the strengths that are in your businesses. The people, the college, the outdoors here. No one can argue, I think, against that percentage of people who are using it, the bad things, you know what I mean? But at the same time, my wife and I, we made the decision to move back here specifically for those strengths. I wanted there being something to balance out this conversation. Some of those strengths you also saw, typically in the SWOT analysis that have the logic of conversations, the opportunities as well that you might see that we're trying.
nobody's denying that.
Yes.
I don't think anyone's
Wonderful
denying
area to
that.
live in.
But the point is, it's
People
changing.
are nice, but we've got to make sure, I live in Wilmington, and there are codes, and there are rules, and they are enforced. You grab
You
some
have
too
to
high.
walk off the street, you have to actually step off the sidewalk around to get to my business.
I know.
I mean, you have to step
That's
off.
all we're
the
saying.
sidewalk.
Here's
You
my
don't
doubt.
get there.
Every place has
They're not
drugs,
doing it.
every community.
But this community has changed drastically. all for what? You know, that's my concern, because like I said,
Okay, so-
you are gonna have people that don't wanna come into Latrobe,
No matter what you make it
and
look
how
like,
pretty you make it look, how, you know.
once you get that reputation of being unsafe in some of these areas, people don't wanna go.
Did you have a comment, Joe?
Yes.
Okay, please.
Currently, right now, the city of Latrobe, we're looking at putting cameras in the parking garage to prevent vandalism, theft, and for safety. We actually have quotes in right now that we're reviewing. There is a lot of discussion by some. There's a very strong possibility that the park that you are talking about right now there's a strong possibility that that park will also be cambered at this same time. It might be a joint venture from some different people that go in on this, and then that way that park would be able to be monitored 24/7 in the police station like the parking garage. That's what we're looking into right now.
Is that right?
We know we're doing the parking garage, we have the quotes, and there's a very strong possibility because of the park gaining the reputation that you're talking about right now, that it might be encompassed into that project.
What about some kind of community watches? I mean, I know it might sound lame,
Not at
but
all.
if there were signs put up and not expensive ones like park benches, and if business owners held meetings and it was made known that these are issues that are being addressed.
Comment on that?
If we could walk,
You know,
we
just-
could call the police and say, hey, you know, they're doing it.
Mhm.
We'll walk over. Are you on the way too?
A few years ago, this was instituted. You'll see in a lot of residential areas, there are still a lot of signs. There, to be quite honest with you, I worked with Chuck Husko a little bit on it the past week. There was a lot of input and a lot of discussion, and then it just kind of fell by the wayside. If you want to do something like that, I think it would be encouraged by the whole city, the business,
I mean, if we want the place to change, we have to be willing to
we
help
have to be
it.
willing to help ourselves in
I
doing it.
mean,
There is such a program.
I've
It
lost money
failed.
left and right cleaning up my buildings.
Breathe some life into it.
Okay, thank you.
The thing, okay, the guy that reads the meters, he came into the gym 3 months ago and he said, Sharon, there's a needle over there by the meter. He said, can you please go tell the police there's a needle over there? I said, okay. Where is it? So he told me where it is. I looked, I saw the needle. I go down, I went to the window where you buy the stickers, and I told the girl at the front desk, I said, there's a needle down there. The guy told me to come and tell you there's a needle down there. You know, I'm explaining it. The one policeman was talking to the girl behind the desk, and she turned around and she said, there's a needle down there. He goes, oh, I'll put that on my list of things to do. So then I felt like pretty stupid. So I thought, oh, well, I'm never going to do that. Then, I mean, there's just so many things that
But we got
I
place to
just
start.
go.
I know
I'm
you're frustrated.
But this right here, the grub and pump building,
Yeah.
there is a pipe that leaks water and it freezes all over the sidewalk that I have to salt all the time because it's pipe. There's a policeman that owns that building. That's not me. Right now, there's a ton of bikes there.
Did you
I just
talk
got told from
And
Chrissy,
did you talk to
newsman, I just
Ann?
got told, you guys are gonna get sued, a guy fell. I said, that's not my pipe. That's not my pipe.
But you're responsible for the sidewalk
And
front
I
of your
said,
building.
so, but it's coming out of that pipe. And yes, I
Are you
told,
talking
told.
Alright.
But it doesn't happen. I mean, it just doesn't happen. Something has to happen. It has to happen. And there's a policeman that owns all these buildings. Okay, yeah. And it's not, and you can go down to the guys.
No, I know.
Yeah, yeah. They taped it once, but yeah. So, I mean, that's what I mean. I'm just angry and I can't help it. Because nothing is being done. It's not being done.
I'm trying to get out of here at 6:30, so let's move to some other items. Think any sort of coordinated promotion would work. I mean, when we do promotions like Holly Jolly and stuff, we ask businesses, if you have an interest in doing additional ads, and we're just taking advantage of that. Is there some sort of infrastructure we could work to put together on maybe a monthly basis? It doesn't have to necessarily be a special event type thing. You know, the types of things that businesses do in other communities, if you know, more bang for your buck kind of thing.
She just joked about free beer. We did throw around the Oktoberfest.
I was gonna say wine tasting Oktoberfest.
Morphed into this whole thing that makes it next month with that beer pizza. And then I think the Steelers Fest that we did for the first time, which is a really huge success. We got more people than we thought. They love KDA coverage, and I had a guy call me something drove into me who was asking for directions in Latrobe. I thought it was a joke, but he heard about it and he drove in that day. So we had about over 2,000 coming for the first Steelers Fest, and if we get the Lord's blessing.
With everything that's going on down in Pittsburgh and all the new stuff being built, do you think they're gonna still be back and use Latrobe to the extent that they have?
Yeah, it's common.
Quite a financial investment, it's expensive.
But in the brief, the point is, I guess I'm just trying to say that keep cups more than half full on this one. You know, we're probably going to do again with the Steelers Plus it, and we're going to make it bigger. You know, again, I can't say anything official because it has to be with the organization. But that's an opportunity. The things like that, if you get that, you know, the positive feedback from your ideas, you know, as it goes through, and for us to get you out there profitable, you know, take advantage of those days.
Yeah. Janine, to answer your question, we're doing it across the street with most of the food over there, and then we're doing entertainment, and people will be able to come across the street on food. This is a taste of the neighborhood. Beer, pizza, and brew is what we're calling it. We changed it from pizza and brew. You had to say something. That's
I appreciate that.
And what's neat about that title is we can play off of the
Well,
fact that
because
we can do other things with it. So that
Right,
that's
exactly. I think
another reason why.
that, I was.
Park down there, they can come up here.
Pardon me?
Yeah, you're just encouraging the parking.
Not
No,
free.
absolutely not, because hopefully my restaurant should be the parking lot should be very full that
That's
way as
right.
it is.
That's right.
Now, my whole thing was if you were gonna do a community thing, don't pick the business, I mean,
Yeah.
the pizza wars,
Yeah.
first of all, that actually, if you know where that term came from, was not a good thing. That was back in the 70s and it had to do with New York and LA and drugs and there was actual pizza wars, yeah, it was mob related, but it was, not,
She's honest.
yeah, I just kind of, you know,
Just
but
yeah, I
this
guess.
way,
I mean, that delivery
It
box
kind of-
had with the pizza in it.
I just didn't want to pit the businesses against each other, because I don't think it should be, if you're gonna do a community
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
you know, you shouldn't pit it kind of gave that feeling, that's all.
Yeah.
I have one thing to say,
Yeah.
okay? We have all these get-togethers, that whole Jolly Christmas, we've got all these things going on all the time. Why do we pick here? Why do we pick here? I am on Main Street. Before you came into this town, there was one event that was held, and it brought a ton of people in, and I don't know if you remember this, but it was the bike ride.
Yep.
And they held it on Main Street at the end. It took all the people up there, and all the people who came into town said, this is great. It brought everything up to one end. Why can't you have these get-togethers instead of in the park, in the park, in the park, in the park? Bring them up to that end, bring them out to that end, bring them
Have them
down
go
to your
back
end.
and forth.
Bring them in.
Where you on Main Street here?
I have made a mistake.
Did that was when they closed on the street?
Yes, Main Street was totally closed out for the day.
And it did what it was a like.
It was a bike ride, and it brought a ton of people in there. It was a social event of the day.
Did you know about Joe?
It was a larger race.
No.
One of the problems is Main Street, as we all know, is a state highway. So when you go to do something like that, when we go to do something here on Ligonier Street, or we could do it on Jefferson Street or somewhere, that is a road within our municipality. We don't have to seek the okay from PennDOT. Now, if we go to do something on Depot, or we go to do something on Main, now we have to go through and apply through PennDOT to be able to do it. And the race that this gentleman was talking about, it was a big event. I I mean, it come the whole way down Route 30. They spend different nights in different areas.
So they went through the city.
Somerset, Bedford, you know, it was big.
It's exactly, I mean, that's exactly.
But the state, and they had state police escorts in there, because it was all state reps.
Okay.
I'm not asking for it to be, the streets to be shut.
Right.
I'm
Oh,
just
you mean
asking
the
for
lawn?
the people to be brought up to these areas. To have the social events on the sidewalks.
Like when Ligonier, the sport Ligonier days, the whole town district's involved from end to end.
We're not part of this district.
Somehow,
Farmers market
everybody
is not.
moved
I
this
don't-
area.
No, you didn't say that. You didn't
The
say
state
that.
did it by
The
law.
state
I
said
get
it,
you.
but where did those guidelines come from? They didn't just say, you know, the state didn't come in and say, no, that was somebody in Latrobe. No, that was before your time, so you're off the hook on that one.
Because you
Hey,
know,
watch it,
we
we
went
went
through pizza.
Believe me, we're not part of the business book. How come we don't get regular taxes?
To your point, Butch, I was, when I first got seated in this job, I was thinking about that because we do the farmer's market, it's a bit removed. Is there,
They
is there,
move it over to Latrobe 30 Shopping Center that goes out of the city.
that's the other one.
limits.
That's the other one.
There's another one.
Yeah,
It's
there's one.
it's the same day, it's the same people. I watched them. My parents
There
are
are-
in Los Angeles. They leave here and go over to Latrobe 30 Shopping Center.
Oh, they're just on the same day, they just have different hours.
Yeah, no,
What I-
that's,
You know,
it's not.
I know exactly,
If
What I was
police
getting
can't
at is-
get the traffic, they back up and go to the shopping center.
Would there be interest in those types of situations where we can't physically locate the event downtown for us to provide booth space to businesses to put their wares out there? I'll call it a tease table, where you could put a few items and then try and drive traffic
Like a
back.
Kyle's.
Yeah, and try driving that traffic back to your shops.
I agree with that.
Is that, if that's something that we can do to try and get that impact, I mean,
and I love the idea of the biking coming through the town, and, you know, we made no secret saying, oh, we're trying to push this to be, more walkable, more bikeable. We sponsor the Bike to Work Day, your city manager, every day when it's not freezing, he rides his bike here from Greensburg. Makes us all nervous when he gets a shower in the morning. And then we did the Bike to Work Day where we had people, the grassroots biker, the guy that grabbed like his daughter's bike to ride to work versus I'm a pro, and we gave away some gift certificates. We got some funny pictures.
I mean,
But
this is the
to
first
your
time I'm
point-
hearing about it, so it's not being publicized.
Well, it was we did it once. If we want to do it again this year, it's a national Bike to Work Day. We found out about it late, so we sort of threw some ads out in the bulletin. You know what I mean? But we want to do it bigger. But that whole thing that you're talking about, I think that's exactly the type of feedback that we need and we'd like to see come through here.
Right.
Johnstown, they had the Thunder in the Valley. I used to go to Johnstown, and the economy goes through the roof when that
And you
happens.
know what, instead of the Thunder in the Valley, do a folk festival. We've got the room.
I guess when Autumn Fest sets up, it takes Ligonier
I'm
Street.
not even talking Autumn Fest.
Yeah, I was trying to revisit my idea. I'm trying to say, because I had a couple merchants mention the fact that they're removed from Ligonier Street. Maybe this teaser table or whatever gives them the opportunity, if they're down on Main, to come up and get into the blocked off street area. Is that, something that
But
would
we
be?
have stuff to bring people down.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of different fronts we have to attack this by.
I mean, the Folks Festival, bikes, 5K runs.
There's a turkey trot.
There's a couple of runs a year Latrobe does.
Yeah, but
You guys are all good in everything you're saying, okay? I don't want to be mean or anything to anything here. That's what you guys are talking about. Police, parking, anything that's going here. This isn't the place to bring this up. We're talking revitalization of Latrobe tonight. If you want anything done, you have to go to these council meetings, you have to go, you have to be strict, you have to be there, you have to challenge them 6 that are sitting up there, that none of them are sitting here tonight on, not even our mayor are here to witness anything that's happening tonight. But you have to go and you have to be consistent to them about the drug problems, the police problems, your landlord problems, everything like that. What Nick's trying to do, I'm not trying to take away.
go ahead, make your
But
statement.
what Nick's trying to do is, we're trying to revitalize the town, okay? And Nick's going to give ideas on how to to try to revitalize it, but he can't take care of drugs. He can't take care of it. He can't do that. None of us can. This man can't take care of it.
I don't think anybody's trying to say that, and that's
Right.
certainly, I was just bringing up.
I asked for perceptions, and you gave perceptions.
Finish my point,
You did.
and that's that.
But taking care of revitalization, it's got to start someplace, and to get revitalization going, you got to get the people back in town, which we all know. But look at the town. We don't even know who our next door owners are of buildings. Dave knows that for a fact too. You don't know who owns what in this town. We have no place to go. Every corner we turn to a blind spot. I'm looking at a monstrosity across the street that's ready to fall in a second. I have a 6-story building next door that's probably had 14 owners in the past 3 years. I don't know what to
managing
do.
to sell without meeting current ordinance and codes.
You talk to the code ordinance supervisor about that. Where in hell is she?
She made me.
She's nowhere to be found when meetings come around. There's not even a mayor sitting here tonight. The mayor should be here listening to this.
In their defense, Butch, I did not necessarily invite the council and the mayor to this event. I mean, granted, they saw it in the news. Yeah,
It was an open
yeah.
thing.
And let's segue into that. Do you want to join and have your voices heard?
Yeah.
This is gonna take commitment, you'll have to show up once, you need to build some structure around it. You can make it a subcommittee of the LCRT, you can stay totally independent now, just sort of jump in and out as you wanna do it. But if you want to be heard, you have to come together as a consensus and go to council and go to my board whenever necessary and speak to those things. And I'm willing to act as a coordinating agent in that capacity and take these things forward. And if you've all signed up put your email on it, if there's anyone here who doesn't want to be considered in that capacity, let me know. I'll take the consensus as you all want to be involved, and maybe we can get some of the other merchants that were not here this evening to become involved in that. And do it in a courteous, honest, fact-based way, and bring those things to their attention.
Bring it back to the community.
That's it. And you've created another little group of voices that are saying, we want this situation to change about. These are the things that are wrong, and the way to make it right is to work as a group of consensus. I'm going to help you coordinate that.
Yes, that's a good question. As business owners, what is the feeling with Excella moving out to Route 30 and basically taking the physician base out to Route 30? Now, I've been in the Troutman building for 22 years, and I own my little piece of the rock there. So I'm an owner, I'm a merchant. But I'm not sure I'm going to have a choice. What's the general consensus with moving the medical care out to Route 30?
I've heard from my customer base, as you know, is probably a good portion of it. And they walk. I mean, there's a lot of roads here, and they walk to the physician's office and here and there. If you're on 30, you're not really quite sure yet how they're going to get there. I'm not sure if Excella's going to have transportation for them or not. I mean, I don't know what's going to come about. That's probably the main concern I've heard from some of my customers is just the convenience won't be there. They can't just walk to the doctor's office.
Do you feel that the medical people bring people into town?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Okay.
It's one of the big.
Yeah, I mean, that's my feeling too.
I mean, the medical community has to be at least 40%.
One of the nicest things about having the doctors here, a lot of our customer base that goes to the doctor, a lot of them are from out of town, way out of town, and they will stop by because they'll say, they start off with, where's a good place to eat? Somebody tells them, they come down, and then I've got a customer for every time they come to the doctors. I know that, so yeah, there's definitely, and what's the most that we have in the show? Let's be honest. Medical offices, that's what, sure, that's what I heard.
I don't know. I carry no weight around except the 225 that I have on my boots right now. I think that my gut feeling is they are doing it for several reasons. Number one is competition with possibly UPFC or the Blues. So let's say they do it. Number two, to actually maintain several offices down here, I don't think is that great a, now of course the bean counter is saying I'm wrong, but I don't think it's that great an outlay to maintain what you have. And I think maybe a suggestion from the town might be start with new blood out there and let us basically keep who we have in here. I read in the paper where it says we're only looking to move 1 or 2 practices or 1 or 2 physicians. No inside information, but I don't think that's correct. So I think that might be something to approach them about. I don't have an interest in leaving my building. I don't know who would buy a ready-made doctor's office. If you're interested, call me. But the fact of the matter is I didn't invest in that just to be pulled out because of an appointment decision I made 25 years later and have an empty space in downtown Latrobe.
There'll be a lot of empty spaces. My understanding was they were looking at localizing the majority of the physicians to that Route 3 location.
I'm sorry. Besides being old and deaf.
My understanding was they were looking at the majority of the physician offices being relocated to the Route 30 to centralize, to update, and to then also lower their overhead.
Yes. It's interesting. From what I understand, it looks like my office and they're talking with Dr. Jacobic, Westbury, and Weinberg. But the orthopedic doctors are below us in the Troutman building. I think they're looking to centralize them. And as a specialist, it's a lot easier to gain the efficiencies of scale because I'm in the office all the time. Specialists work in the operating room part-time, and so they can, have one office and carry 3 doctors and 1 staff. I don't think anybody in Derry's going. I don't think anybody in Blairsville's going. I don't think anybody in New Alec is going. I don't think anybody in Annistown is going. I think this is a gee whiz. Downtown Latrobe is just not on the right list. I don't know how to put it. They're going to centralize, but I think they're centralizing us out of here.
Right.
And another reason, which is legitimate for them somewhat, they're looking to have the patient come to the big box, needs an x-ray and lab work, just go down and get it. So they don't theoretically lose that service. There's a lab in Falcon Building, which is not the hospitals. So they're looking to centralize and get the ancillary services too.
Then what will happen to the actual hospital?
Oh, they'll probably keep, you know what, I have no idea if they probably will keep the ancillary services up there, but I don't know. But I can tell you as a family doctor, I rarely order ancillary services right away. I order them for the next visit, whereas the specialist orders them right away, and if that specialist's up there, they will capture it. My patient still has to go back to the big box to get the lab work before they come to see me. So I think there's a difference, and I think downtown, it would be beneficial to consider, again, leaving the family doctors down here, and I'm not throwing the orthopons out of town, but that, for them, it does make economic sense. I'm not sure how much economic sense it makes to us, but they are going to build X number, but maybe, if, I don't want to say pressure, but the subject could be, look, we've had this down here for 30 years. Why don't you just leave us alone? It's not going to be that much off your bottom line and build new with new people out there. Just a thought. Yeah.
One thing, I'll just give you some feedback that I get from all my customers on this issue and parking. My customers that I would come into my store, which is just a little boutique on Depot Street and Social Course, they feel it would be very detrimental for you guys to move out here. They felt there's nothing good about it, that it would
city doesn't have the financial capability to declare free parking. And I'm sure
I
your
agree
city
with
would
that.
love to do it because it's,
Doesn't Greensburg used to encourage businesses to stay open in the evening, and I'm going back 15, 20 years. But they would, I think it would be like the third Wednesday and the fourth Thursday.
yeah.
And they would do free parking, and the businesses would stay open, even though they weren't open any other nights, that those 2 nights a month, town was open.
That's a great idea, and I think you see, and I've always said, so you see some of the lighting that's going on here, I think this is gonna get upward lighting soon around this building, with some lighting improvements for a style shop, and I'm working right now in West Penn, we have some meetings coming up to move dreams, the pedestrian lighting, really nice, LED, you know, the single post lights, that might be way down the road, but that's something we're talking about, we want to make you feel safe, you know, if you guys have been in Europe, it's really lit, it's known for that at night. But some of the facade improvements are conducive to that, with the acoustic lighting, they stay on a little bit longer. There's a lot longer to go, but you see a Delphi too down here on the left, they have nice lighting as well. And it just, it's little victories, that you keep trying to build on, but I love the idea of, yeah, one night maybe to, you know, stay open and then move from there, you know what I mean? But
If
yeah,
it's winter time, you know, we do the merchants committee, and at different sections, we encourage people to get throughout town by warm cider being given away at this place.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we can build into it.
I
And,
mean,
and this would be the first step in getting everyone to commit it, because you all are gonna have to look at the bottom line, you're gonna have to staff it into the evening, all of that stuff, and you all have to come to a conclusion, but Ligonier does it very coordinated, and they stick together, which is, it will be a piece of this, we'll discuss.
How about a panel sign on New Year's Eve, bring your sign for your business?
That too, signage is something we're talking about a lot right now.
it's not Charlottesville, Virginia, recently, and they have directory signs such as the malls do. There's only 5 or 6, it's not an expensive issue. That would be a wonderful way to start to advertise some of the stores, and the stores each pay their own cost for that spot. And the main marquee and the holder is the city's, but the merchants contribute too.
We're 15 minutes past, I apologize for keeping you, but I think it was good discussion. For those of you who experienced negative experiences with the facade, please, we'll sit down and talk about the situation. I don't have unilateral control to waive the cash requirement from a match standpoint, but we can look at what happened, and maybe the owner, their situation will change, or a new buyer will come to the table or something like that. So I don't have the answers, but I still have an open here. Again, everyone who's signed up on this slip is comfortable. If you're not, say no, and I won't include you as a merchants committee. But we'll start there, and then some of the other merchants who you may know in town who are here tonight, you can ask them to join. I'll create a committee grouping for everyone, and then if we want to pick what is this, the first Thursday of the month kind of thing, if there's an interest in trying to get together on a monthly basis for a while to try and formulate some of these ideas, go to council and say, you know, we're an emergence committee. If you want to stay, consider yourselves organized under LCRP, you can. If you want to consider yourselves independent of that,